Hi, I'm Maura McCullough, founder of College Scoops. Our goal at College Scoops is to provide valuable, curated content to help students and parents get a better feel and vibe of a college campus in the surrounding area. Whether you are in high school or at university, College Scoops provides the inside scoops on everything college related, highlighting the best places to eat, stay, and explore on and around campus. We know college visits in particular should and can be fun, offering new insights into the local community and surrounding area each and every time you step foot on campus. We have just launched a virtual college experience series to highlight what our student ambassadors love about their school and to answer several important questions you and your students may have about particular colleges. We hope you find these videos helpful. We had a ton of fun making them. Thank you to all of our student ambassadors and to the entire College Scoops community for pulling these together. Please subscribe to College Scoops and follow us on our social media.
Hey, my name is Ashley Galanti, and I'm the UGA Lead Ambassador for College Scoops. Trying to bring you a virtual campus experience to answer any questions that you guys might have about college. I'm currently a junior this year. I'm majoring in journalism and electrical engineering with a minor in Spanish. I'm involved in a couple clubs on campus. I'm doing Relay for Life, Food to Kids, Society of Entrepreneurs. I'm a UGA student ambassador. I did water ski club lacrosse. I studied abroad. I worked at the Ramsey Gym here. There are many opportunities to get involved.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Tyler Medina. I'm from Alpharetta, Georgia. I'm majoring in bioengineering at the University of Georgia, and I am a freshman.
My name is Ryan Belfi, and I am a sophomore here at Georgia. I am from Atlanta, and my current major is business management. I am super involved in Greek life as well as Miracle and ESP.
My name is Peyton Grimigna. I'm from Lawrenceville, Georgia. I'm studying human development and family science, and I'm a senior, and I'm involved in Greek life and Alpha Omega campus ministry.
My name is Derian Nasca. I'm from Long Island, New York. I'm graduating as a third-year senior in the spring with a bachelor's in business administration and risk management and insurance. And on campus, I'm involved in Relay for Life.
My name is Rivera, and I am a graduate student here at UGA. I am getting my master's in speech language pathology. I am from Lawrenceville, Georgia.
My name is Bret Stettler. I am a finance major, currently in my junior year from Akron, Georgia. At school, I'm involved in Camp Kesem. That's a summer camp whose objective is to help kids whose parents have been affected by cancer. A little bit more about me. I'm a big sports guy. I really love football, basketball, baseball, just all that I really enjoy to play and to watch.
What do you wish you knew when you arrived at freshman orientation?
Our orientation was a little different this year. With COVID and everything, we did it online. Really, I had never been on campus for any extended amount of time before I arrived here my first day. So I wish I knew a little bit more about the campus because I kind of had a tough time my first couple of weeks figuring out where everything was and how far away everything was from like where I'm living and all that stuff. But I figured it out pretty easy. It was nothing crazy.
Something I wish that I had known when I had arrived at freshman orientation was some of the things that I wanted to get involved in with college specifically, because there was a lot of different information and a lot of different ways to get involved at UGA. But if I had come in with some more ideas, I think I would have been able to know more going into freshman year.
At freshman orientation, I wish that I knew everyone was just as nervous as I was. I wasn't alone, and just to take in it all at once and to not be scared.
There's a lot that I wish I knew at freshman orientation. I would say that things move a lot quicker than expected. Like, for instance, like applying to grad school, applying to internships, like study abroad. Like, you think that you have all this time. Like when you first get here, you're like, oh yeah, like I have 4 years, like I have so much time to do everything. And you're surprised at like how quickly it goes and how quickly it flies by. So I would definitely say like getting ahead of everything, like as scary as that sounds, like being ahead of everything and like starting immediately, figuring out like, all right, what year you want to study abroad if that's something that you want to do. or what year you want to do an internship if that's something that you're interested in. Figuring out like where you want to go to grad school if that is something that you want to do, or what kind of post undergraduate degree you want to pursue if that is something that you're interested in.
What was the deciding factor in choosing the University of Georgia?
A deciding factor in choosing my college was definitely sports and a really big social life and a really big way to get involved in all different types of programs. And I think Georgia has that. There are a lot of really great ways to get involved and a lot of really great ways to find your passion and what is interesting to you.
I decided to go to UGA because I really wanted to stay close to home and be close to my family.
The deciding factor when I went away to college is I didn't really apply to that many schools. I wish I had applied to more schools to kind of have more options, because when it came down to it, I knew that I kind of wanted to go away to school to kind of experience something different, so I didn't really want to stay in the New York area. I guess like the three that I came down to were Georgia, Arizona State, and Virginia University. So between those three, I felt like Georgia was kind of like my favorite out of all those and probably the most academically challenging out of all of them.
My deciding factor in choosing UGA was their program in speech language pathology. They have amazing departments, and I personally have loved every single one of my professors. So I've been pretty lucky with that. But yeah, UGA has a great program, and I know their business program is amazing. Also their marketing, journalism. I'm personally in education, so I love their education program.
Probably the biggest deciding factor in me choosing UGA is just the campus. I mean, I love the campus. I love the idea of a big school. I've been a Georgia fan my entire life, and so all those things together really like manifested Georgia into my dream school.
How easy is it to register for classes?
Pretty easy. I will say your first time doing it will be a little bit difficult, but there are so many people there to help you. I know sometimes like advisors are solely for the purpose of like, all right, I need to register for classes. But at UGA, they're very helpful. You can tell them any of your concerns, any of like, oh, I want to graduate early. Then, sign up for your classes to do that. Like you should tell them from the start, like what your goal is and, understand why you're taking the classes you're taking. So there are many resources to help you register.
Registering for classes can be a little bit stressful. I wouldn't say it's super difficult, but the process beforehand can be stressful because there's so many people and a limited amount of seats in classes. So I would just say whenever your registration time comes out, definitely have a plan A and a plan B, maybe even plan C to make sure you get the classes that you need.
I think that registering for classes is super easy, and if you ever need help, there's always someone to email, ask a student nearby, a friend, a teacher. Someone's always there to help you.
Registering for classes is not easy. It is always stressful. You have to do your research beforehand. You got to have everything in place, and whenever your time ticket is up, the second it hits that number, you got to go, because if you don't, you'll probably lose the classes you want.
What is the social scene like? Are freshmen allowed at parties?
We do have a lot of Greek life here, but we also have a lot of other groups because we do have our downtown area. For those of you who like to party a little bit, we actually have the most bars than any other college campus in the U.S., which I think is crazy. But the social scene is there's always a group for you.
I'm a little bit biased for this one because I am in a fraternity. And also with COVID this year, everything is really weird in terms of social life. But I would say that the social life at UGA is still very much present. I could walk out of my dorm right now and go into another dorm and know a bunch of people in there, In terms of Greek life, joining a fraternity or sorority definitely helps, but it definitely isn't everything either. Made a few friends in my classes, for example, who didn't join into Greek life, and they're some of my really good friends at this point.
I actually have enjoyed myself with my friends. I've found a great group of friends and just surround myself with and have fun with. But I also feel like it depends on freshman year and whether you're in Greek life or not. I feel like if you're not in Greek life, it's harder to find stuff to do with friends.
How difficult is it to find housing?
Housing was very, very simple for freshmen at UGA because all freshmen are required to live on campus. I would say it definitely helps a lot if you're admitted early or if you apply early and get in, because it was first come, first serve in terms of who gets to decide where they live.
Just because Athens is such a big city and there's so many places to live, housing can definitely be pretty difficult. I would definitely recommend with housing, figure out where you want to live next year in around September or October. And as long as you are ahead of the game and you start researching and start looking for places, it is pretty easy to find. But you want to make sure that you get on top of it as soon as you can.
I think that finding housing is not difficult at all. It's nothing to really stress about.
I wouldn't say it's difficult to find housing. On-campus housing, I mean, it's pretty easy to find, especially because you're required to as a first year, and then even like afterwards, I think it's pretty easy to find housing. I think there's a lot of like housing downtown, like the Mark, Standard, Whistleberry, like there's a lot of things like in the general area, like 909. There's definitely things that are close and nearby that have a lot of options.
The quicker you do it, the better. Usually houses go around like November, you start leasing, so I would start the sooner the better.
Are students actively involved in clubs, recreational sports, and outside activities?
I would say that campus is always busy with fun activities that are being run by student organizations and clubs, offering free food, fun giveaways, and other outside events to come join.
I would say most students are involved in like outside activities and like organizations and stuff like that. I wouldn't say like an extreme amount, but I would say like a decent amount.
Students are pretty active in clubs and recreational sports. I know my friends are. Every student that I know, I've talked to, they're at least in one club or one sport. I was in water ski. My friends have been in basketball, volleyball, ultimate frisbee, so make sure to stay involved, meet people. That's the best way to meet people, is through social activities that you guys both have an interest in.
Does the University of Georgia do a good job helping students apply for internships and research opportunities?
Yes, UGA does a really, really great job helping students kind of move on to the next step, moving on to different things. I swear that in my email box, I get a different email every single day about something coming up. Even right now, in the times of COVID, there's a lot of Zoom links, a lot of ways to do things off of campus and to dig into something you're super interested in. There are a lot of study abroad programs. There are a lot of amazing labs and ways to do research. So definitely, UGA has so many opportunities to help you go on to the next step.
That's sort of up to you. The college itself doesn't put you in a position to apply for internships or other opportunities. We do have the career fair a couple times every semester, and that's a good opportunity for students to go out and get their name out there, find potential internships. But in terms of like doing what the college does itself, it doesn't do much in terms of helping you apply or giving you tips or anything. I'm sure if you went to any of your professors and asked for that sort of stuff, they'd more than happy be willing to help you. But in terms of what the college has set in place for that, they don't pretty much have anything.
What tips do you have to succeed academically at the University of Georgia?
I'd say at UGA you have to find what interests you and what works for you, first and foremost. This one might take a while because there are so many different things you can do at UGA, but for me, it's really finding that balance. Once you have something that interests you, it makes it a lot easier to get into that and to work towards a goal in terms of that. And you definitely have to balance out fun in school because there's a lot of fun to be had at UGA. So when you if someone was looking here, my number one piece of advice for them would be to say that you have to find a perfect balance for you between school and social life.
Some things that I would suggest to help you succeed more academically is take advantage of all types of tutoring, free upperclassmen, any type of tutoring opportunities that classes are giving or other students are giving. Take advantage of those because that's the best way to learn. It's the best way to get caught up and make sure you're not behind in classes, and it helps you study because you're really working with somebody who's been through those classes. And UGA has so many amazing tutoring and extra help opportunities that are super easy to take advantage of. Just have to look for them.
One tip I could give to succeed academically would be to take advantage of any extra credit opportunities or study sessions that your professor may be providing for you.
I would say the best way to succeed academically, it's a bit of a platitude, but don't procrastinate.
Here's how you can get more information like what you have just seen to help you and your student get the inside scoops on college life. We have close to 100 ebooks available at collegescoops.com for purchase. All of our ebooks feature student and parent testimonials on what life is like on campus, living, learning, and working while attending college. We offer students and parents favorite places to eat on and around campus, along with a host of local excursions for you, your student, and family to enjoy during your college experience. With direct links to restaurants, hotels, and excursions, we have made it as easy as possible for you to plan your trip, saving you time, energy, and stress. Whether it is your first time visiting or at graduation, we've got you covered.